Here's the wall. It drives me up the thing. Yes, 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 I've been saying this for the past 3 years. Add PvP. I didn't really have a ton of friends that played Skylanders. I didn't have a ton of friends to start with. Hey there guys, Portalmaster9351 here, and in today's video we are going to be continuing the Ask Portalmaster series with the December edition of the video series or what have you. So there's been some things that have been going on since the last episode of Ask Portalmaster. For one, I'm actually making videos now, which is great. I barely made any videos for the entire month of November, and so I'm finally back to actually making content, and here I am with the December edition. I don't have a ton to talk about in terms of the channel update stuff. I have a few updates that I'm going to give, and I do have a minor announcement that I'm going to hopefully be doing a major announcement on soon. That is going to be something coming up in January, but we'll see about that. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much else to say. I've taken a look at some of the past videos I've been doing, and I've realized the framing was off on all of them, so I've adjusted the angle at which I'm recording, and I'm still playing around with angles and stuff to see what looks the best, but I'm hoping that this looks a little bit better than the last one, where the top of my head got cut off, and then I did a video the other day where, like, this got cut off, and so hopefully this is the right framing. But anyways, that's enough for my little intro. Let's get to what you came to see, which is me answering your questions. Alright, so the first question today comes from Davis Harper, and he says, first to put down a question, here it is. Do you have any theories about why battle mode was removed after Trap Team? So the predominant theory as to why battle mode was removed was balancing. That is pretty much the reason that everyone says, because the first 3 games, they all had PvP, and they were not balanced at all. There were just characters that were simply better at it than other characters. And I think that they finally caught on to this, and they were like, okay, rather than fixing the problem, let's just take PvP out altogether. Also, some people suggest that not a lot of people were playing PvP, and I'll tell you why that was, is because it was not online PvP. Like me, for instance, I'm an only child. I don't have anyone to play local, PvP with. I didn't really have a ton of friends that played Skylanders. I didn't have a ton of friends to start with. I especially didn't have a ton of friends that played, Skylanders. Specifically, I had gamer friends, but they didn't really play Skylanders, so it's like, how can I, use PvP? And I think they were like, rather than going for the obvious solution, which was online PvP, they were like, Our second question today comes from Andre Cool Kid, and he says, if a Skylanders 7 comes out, do you think the vehicles and creation crystals will be compatible? Or do you think that they will just give you money like all the magic items do in Imaginators and you won't be able to play as them? This has actually been a common thing that has come up for a lot of people, and that was actually why a lot of people, when Imaginators was first announced, were like, okay, this is going to be the last Skylanders game. They're not going to take this forward anymore. And so, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. This is definitely an interesting question. Before, if you'd asked me, do I think that all stuff is going to go forward, I would have said yes, because for the first several years they were like, one of the main focuses of our thing is to make sure that everyone can use their existing collection, and then they were like, screw you traps, screw you vehicles. They were like, you're going to be totally useless in the future games. And so, yeah, I have a feeling that the way Imaginators would work in future games is that they could be loaded into the game, but not modified. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, is that you could play with your existing Imaginators, but they would not be able to be modified or something like that. I don't know. That's the only thing that makes sense to me personally. Now, they could completely throw them out the window. That does make sense to me. They could just say, okay, nope, no more. We're not having any more Imaginators. But I have a feeling that that would make a lot of people mad. That being said, if they do release a game in late 2018 or 2019 and they say, okay, this is a reboot, they could say we're changing up the way figures work entirely. That could make a little bit of sense and could maybe, curb the anger. As for vehicles, I don't know. Vehicles are weird. I'm actually really surprised that they were even still compatible in Imaginators, but I honestly don't know. It just depends is what I would say. Articuno Wing asks, when do you think Skylanders Academies Season 3 will be out? More than likely, we're getting that in fall 2018. I know it's so long to wait. It's so long to wait until then. It's not even winter 2017 yet, and we still have to wait for like basically another year before Academy Season 3 comes out. And I know, guys, it's a tough wait, but I almost guarantee you that it's coming out in fall of 2018. I honestly do not see it coming out any earlier than that. I simply don't. Elbow asks, do you think Activision should make Skylanders a bit more competitive and add online PvP modes? Yes! 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 I've been saying this for the past 3 years! Add PvP! No, but for real, in a less dramatic way, yeah, I really do believe that they need to add PvP. I mean, like all other Activision games, Destiny, Overwatch, all that stuff. I know Overwatch is Blizzard, but it's still Activision Blizzard. Call of Duty. Everything is PvP except Skylanders and Crash Bandicoot, but Skylanders is not! And they want to make it more successful. Add PvP. Some dude with a really long name that I'm not going to even try to pronounce asks, do you think that Fiesta is awesome? I think he's just fine. Tyler Lunsford Magic, who is attempting to be funny, I know him in real life, says, what's your opinion on losing in Catan? So, that's a board game, and he's like no-lifed strategy on that board game, and we play it at school sometimes, and he wins a lot, and I'm done with this conversation. Avery Star asks, when are you making the Activision Master Plan and Timeline video? So that actually will bring me into my mid-month update bit. That is a very good question. So I have not actually written out a formal plan like I normally do, and part of the reason is because this is my mid-month video. I'm considering just changing Ask Portalmaster to 1 video a month. We're gonna see how that goes. I prefer having it every 2 weeks, but the thing is, if I'm only making a few videos per week instead of a video like every other day, I feel kind of bad about cheaping out and doing a Ask Portalmaster, but we'll see. Tell me what you guys think about that, because I'm actually genuinely curious what you guys think about that. So, the Master Plan video is coming in January, I'm hoping. That is the next really big video that I have planned for the channel. I have a skit that is still hopefully coming really, really soon. I want to get a lot of stuff done before February, because February is when we get our next press conference. We get our, 2017 recap press conference, and we're likely going to get some mobile game news. So everything that I can possibly do that's not related to the mobile game is probably going to try to get pushed out before that press conference, because I believe that as soon as the mobile game gets announced, that's all that anyone is going to want to hear about in the Skylanders community, and that's probably what I'm going to switch over to. I honestly have realized that I've got to, I make good theory videos. I'm not lying. Like, I make really good theory videos, like why Trap Team killed the franchise and stuff like that. Why Trap Team killed the franchise got like 2,000 views. It did really well. Better than I ever could have expected. But honestly, guys, if I'd released it at a different time when maybe that topic was a little more relevant, like maybe when Imaginators was revealed and a lot of people were talking about that, maybe it could have gotten even more views. I don't know. But I feel like I need to try to stay more relevant with what's currently going on. And I feel like I need to actually try to cover mobile game everything in the month of February. I know it's going to seem like an overload, but honestly, guys, it really worked for Academy. Like, the number of views that I got off of just spamming Academy everything after it came out was insane. My video clip of Flashwing has like 50,000 views now, guys. So I'm really trying to sort of figure things out a little more. And it's a weird time for me because I'm really trying to look at my channel and do some analyzation and stuff like that. But my next major video, like I said, to answer that question, there should be the Activision's master plan coming out in January, because I have a feeling we're going to learn details on Activision's master plan in February, and so I want to get out ahead of that so that I can go ahead and speculate on what we'll learn in February. And I have some other stuff planned as well. I have videos planned for the rest of this month as well. I have quite a few planned. I'm a few days behind, but it's Christmas break now, and I'm hoping to catch up on everything that I've fallen behind on, and maybe even get a little bit ahead, going into January. January so that I can actually, you know, keep up with videos after school starts back. So yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to keep you guys updated, and the announcement that I did want to make is that I'll hopefully be doing a live stream sometime in January. I can't make any specific promises that it's definitely going to happen, but I am going to do my best to clear out a weekend in January, hopefully the beginning, and do a 2018 look ahead live stream, and that will probably be the Ask Portalmaster for the month, so I'll answer all your questions that you give me in this video in that live stream, so be sure to check out that live stream. I'll announce details on it at some point. Be there, and if you can't be there, don't worry, it'll still be like an Ask Portalmaster, and I will answer your questions there, and you can comment after the fact, and I'll get those questions in the next Ask Portalmaster. So, yeah. That's it for the mid-month update, and I'm going to get back to answering your questions, and hopefully next month, or the next time I do this, I'll have a formal plan, and hopefully I'll have like a year ahead sort of plan in January as I nail down a few more details of my life. So, yeah, pretty much it. Let's get back to answering your questions. Sky Wren asks, what do you like more, bacon or bacon? Bacon. Your Self Productions asks, Shrek for Skylanders 7. You know, somebody once told me that that was a really awful idea and should never happen. ThunderDragon17 has a constructive question, and he asks, do you think that Skylanders should be a little more mature or darker, like in themes or characters? Yes! 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 That's exactly what they did in Superchargers, and Superchargers has one of the best stories in the entire Skylanders franchise, hands down. Best story, because it was more mature, it was darker, it was dramatic, it took turns, it wasn't what you expected, it was good. And yeah, they definitely need to make the story more dark. I'm not saying make it like a, you know, really, really kind of like gothic, you know, style, like doom and gloom. You know, I'm not saying that, but it needs to stop being so lighthearted. It's not just a regular, you know, little la 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 kids game, la. It's not that. It's supposed to be a game that appeals to multiple, you know, generations. And you need to mix in some subtle humor that maybe only adults would get. Or, you know, some inside jokes that only older people would get. Once again, you need to add more mature themes, not like super mature themes, but, you know, make the story a little more dramatic, make it darker, and I definitely think that it's going to appeal to a broader array of people. And I do think that we need more characters that are, I don't know if darker is the right word, but I like what we have in that we have a unicorn that shoots rainbows, and we have a, what is it, a guy that wields chainsaws, and we have a dude that, you know, what is it? I'm thinking of Grim Reaper, or Grim Creeper, Hoodsickle! There we go! Why couldn't I think of Hoodsickle's name? I can't see him on my wall because he's like at the very bottom behind something. Hoodsickle is who I was thinking of, I couldn't think of off the top of my head. And he's like, his entire character is based around death, and I don't know. I like that we have that balance, and I think that we need to explore that balance a little bit more. But yeah, darker themes, darker characters, not too dark, but slightly darker, definitely a good idea for the Skylanders franchise. Frynut Gamer asks, how tall are you? I'm roughly 5'10", 5'11". I'm still growing. I've grown like a foot since I started this channel, and I'm still growing. So, not my final height, but as of right now, it's about 5'10". DarkBones001 says, I've got a major question for you. Where in the name of a Chompy's uncle is the Chompy Mage single pack? And is he gonna be like the Whamshell or Thrillipede of Imaginators? I legitimately have no clue. What the heck happened to Chompy Mage? It's so weird. He's not like the Whamshell or like the Thrillipede of Imaginators, because in both those circumstances, they were available limited, you know, in limited stocks everywhere, but they were just very difficult to find. You know, he's more like a Series 2 Bash, because Series 2 Bash was available for a short period of time, but then very difficult to find. Even then, he's still not really like that either, because Series 2 Bash was still available everywhere for a limited period of time. Chompy Mage is an instance where he was exclusive and then never seen afterwards. That is It's a cheap move, and it's a jerk move, to be perfectly honest, that people cannot get Chompy Mage, and in my opinion, it is one of the many reasons that people are getting fed up with the Skylanders franchise, because again, Activision does not know how to properly distribute their characters and actually get products to the consumers that want them. Can you tell that this is a concept that still drives me absolutely insane, that they cannot nail down the release patterns of a piece of plastic? It drives me up the wall, and I have a Chompy Mage. I literally possess a Chompy Mage that's worth $150. That's more than the bundle he came in, and it's ridiculous that he's worth that much money. Like, I'm not saying, oh no, I'm so sad I have a really expensive character. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's ridiculous that it's impossible to find him anywhere else. That's what the problem is. And I don't know what the heck's up with him. And I honestly doubt that you'll ever be able to get him, because again, they don't understand how to release these things. And it drives me, you know, here's the wall. It drives me up the thing. Silver Dragon 16 asks, what video game are you most hyped up for in 2018? No doubt, the Pokemon Nintendo Switch game. I'm assuming it's coming out in 2018, and if it is, that's the game I'm most hyped for. If not, then I don't really know. But yeah, Pokemon game's the one I'm gonna go with for right now. Ripping Razor asks, what's your favorite chase variant? Honestly, Snowderdash is probably one of the coolest chase variants, but I don't have any chase variants, so not too personal of a question, but definitely from a design standpoint, gotta be Snowderdash. Nolan the Epic Portalmaster asked a whole bunch of questions. I'm only going to answer one today, but I will answer the other ones if you remind me during the live stream that I do later on. He says, if you could repose any Skylander, who would it be and why, and what would their wow pow be? I'd have to go with Sunburn, but that's mostly because he's the only original SSA character who has never been reposed in any form or fashion whatsoever, and I think he deserves some time in the spotlight. As for his wow pow, I'm not really picky. Just repose the guy, to be perfectly honest, or Fright Rider. Fright Rider would be similar. I would personally like it if they got completely redone like the characters in Superchargers did. I think that was the better way to repose, and I honestly think, you know, just give Sunburn some armor, make him a Battle Phoenix, and that's what I'll take. Or Fright Rider. Make him like where he can throw the lances or something like that instead of just charging with it. And he like, I don't know, can like dismount off the ostrich. I don't know. But those are the two characters that I would definitely want to be reposed, and I would love to see them completely redesigned. P. Diddy T-Tube asks, if you could live on the moon, would you do it? I mean, are we talking forever here? Because, let's be honest, I like space. Space is pretty cool. I love Star Wars, love all kinds of sci-fi stuff, and yeah, it'd be pretty cool to live on the moon. Don't know if I'd want to be there forever, and I don't know. But it would definitely be cool to go to the moon. I don't know about living there, and definitely not live forever there, but like, yeah, it'd be cool to go there and live there for a little while. I don't know. It's a fun question, though. I like that one. Alright guys, so that is all I have for you guys today. If you want to see me answer more questions, well, be sure to ask them down in the comments below, and be sure to stay tuned because I'm going to have details announced on my live stream pretty soon. But for now, that is all I have for you guys today. This has been Portalmaster9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.